Welcome back. Almost 7 years ago, I reviewed the AstroAI AM33D multimeter. This little guy right there. That turned into be one of the most popular reviews ever on KeepOnTesting, pushing 100,000 views. Now, AstroAI has quietly released an updated version. Yeah, an updated version. So today, we're going to see what has actually changed and whether it's still worth buying. There you have it. Old versus new. While they look almost identical, well, they are identical. It's the same multimeter. This was also shipped in the shrink wrap, like so. Nothing seems to have changed at all. Only difference is this one seems to have the battery inside of it already. This one was loose, had to put it in manually. But there we have it now with that shrink wrap off, and I gotta say, looking good. Hey, let's just put them right side by side. Yeah, so offhand, first glance, I'm not seeing any difference. I'm not seeing anything different at all. Same everything on the face, the rotary selector, buttons, it all looks identical. Actually, not completely. If you take a look at those input jacks, the old one, they seem to be raised higher on the board. On the new model, those inputs are more recessed. And that hopefully is going to be a good thing because if you recall, I had a really weird issue last time trying to get my input jacks set properly into the meter. So maybe that's going to help. Okay, let's turn on the meters and see what it's all about. Okay, both meters are now turned on. And let's see, is there a difference? Does it look like it, does it? Actually, the font on the old meter seems to be a tad bolder, a little bit darker than the font on the new one. Oh, it's very minor, but it's a tiny something. Yeah, honestly, it's just so minor, I don't think it's really even a big difference. They've used the same plasticky style button here on both of the meters. Okay, I'm going to turn the backlight on, and let's just see how they are in terms of length, display brightness, what have you. Okay, both are on, and taking a look at them both, pretty well identical, I'd have to say. I'm not seeing much of a difference. Remember, this is the new, this is the old, and the new one is fading slightly faster than the old one. So that timeout is even shorter now on the new one. Ah, clickety-click, clackety-clack. Not bad, not bad. Old meter isn't bad. The new one, slightly more robust in terms of that clicking. Seems to hit those ranges with a tad more authority. That selector switch maybe seems to have been slightly refined. Yeah, just a tad. So a slightly better selector on the new one. One other minor difference is the AstroAI logo seems to have gotten a facelift. Yeah, it has that little more new style font, what have you, compared to the older AstroAI. Yeah, just nothing big. I know, just thought I'd point it out. If you look at that input protection cat ratings here, 500 volt max on the old compared to 600 volt max now on the new. Milliamp, still the same 500 milliamp maximum, low current rating, but interesting. So they went up by 100 volts. Does that mean they have better input protection? Ooh, stay tuned. In the box, of course, we got the test leads, and we got our AstroAI manual. Looks a little nicer than the original one. I can't find the original one. Oh, I'm always losing my manuals. And finally, we get a nice little thank you note from AstroAI. And why am I using tweezers? I don't know. So, yeah, nice little thank you from AstroAI, and yeah, that's basically what you get in the box. It's kind of a nice bright box compared to the old brown one. Back to the meter, nothing has changed. Made in China logo on either one. This one seems to be lasered in, etched in, whatever, compared to the plastic label here. I've just made this little marker so I know the old from the new. This is the old, and you can see they both have that serial number. Nothing changes. The tilt stand seems to be identical. Included test leads, nothing has changed in this department. But what has changed, hopefully, is the way it's going to make contact with the multimeter. If you recall, in the old one, it was really hard to put them in. The new one, let's just see what's going to happen. Oh, that's better. That's better. Oh, yeah. Now that is miles better than the old one. Look at that. Look at that. Very, very nice. So, huge improvement in terms of the contact with the multimeter, those test leads. And still, for some reason, with the old meter, yeah, look at that. It's hard to get it in. It's still loosey-goosey, especially that that positive test lead just does not sit the same way. So, remember, the resolution on these meters is a paltry 2,000 counts. Yeah, so even by standards back then, it wasn't so great. So 6 years later, not good. Here we are now taking a look at DC accuracy with our precision reference. 5.00 is what we want. Remember, 2,000 count meter, we're not going to get any better than 5.00. In terms of a resolution, 4.99 is what we're getting on the old meter, and it is set to 20 volts on the DC voltage scale. And on the new AM33D, we are coming on spot on at 5.00 volts. .8 decibels maximum output in continuity for the new AM33D. Compare that with 65.8 decibels on the old AM33D. The winner is the new one. And now we're going to put it up to high current 10 amps on the new one first. 5 amps, 7 amps, 8 amps, 9 amps, and 10 amps, 11 amps. No high current alarm, but it is handling it okay. All right, let's try the old one. All right, here we are with the older AM33D, 10 amps of high current coming up. Yeah, so somewhere along the line, I blew the fuse on that old AM33D, so I got to replace that. So I don't have any spare little ceramic fuses. I'm going to take the fuse out of the new AstroAI and put it in the old one so I can finish this test. No easy way to get to the fuses. We have to take out 3 of those Phillips screws. Actually, just two. The other one is for the battery compartment. Okay, so here's my high current fuse. Fuse number 2. Just going to pop that one out and put it in the old AM33D and finish that high current test. Okay, so here we are, locked and loaded. 10 amps of high current about to come on down. And yeah, no problem, sitting at 2. And I didn't kill it. 10 amps right now, looking good. 11 amps even, still looking good. So we have a little bit of overhead here. Gonna bring it down to 2 amps, get out my thermal camera. Really pushing, and that's only with 2 amps right now. So yeah, this little guy can take it. There we are now, 10 amps of high current going onto that little AM33D, and it is surviving. Not thriving, but it's surviving. All right, teardown time, teardown time, teardown time. Who doesn't like a good teardown time? Well, I know we all do, right? Otherwise we wouldn't be here. When it comes to cheapo multimeters, one thing to remember is that the 10 amp input is usually unfused. That's normally the case 99% of the time. So if you accidentally measure voltage while the probe is in that jack, chances are your meter's going to be damaged almost instantly. So hey, a little bit of safety tip here. Careful, 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 because these cheapos don't have a lot of input protection. So at a quick glance, you can tell that basically these meters are relying heavily on the IC's internal protection, not external component protection. I took the fuse out of this one, but yeah, both have those ceramic fuses, 5x30s, and generally speaking, not a whole lot in that input protection department. The input jacks in the older unit appear to be slightly better quality than the newer, but I mean only by a pigeon. The fuse protects the milliamp input only. 10 amp input or high current is still unfused. That's common though in cheap meters. And of course, they both share that one lonely PTC. Basically, that's going to clamp your voltage spikes, limits the surge power, energy. No improvements, same old, same old. And if we look at that resistor array, hey, it's the same layout, same resistor network, same routing, nothing changes. And once again, we have no high energy MOVs, no spark gap protection, no minimal creepage spacing. It's all pretty basic. Hey, let's face it, this is basic protection. The old board has that big ugly piezo, which is hidden on the new one. So once again, in a nutshell, if we take a look at the overall input protection circuitry, the new version is really identical to the original. Fuse, surge components, resistor divider, everything appears to be unchanged. So from a safety protection, let's face it, AstroAI didn't improve a darn thing. But you know what? Hey, what do you expect from circuitry that's over 40 years old? And by 40 years old, I'm basically saying this is part of that DT830 ICL7106 style ADC chip family. These chips we've seen a lot in the FS97021 series, the DT830 clones, ICL7106 clones. It's a time and tested, proven alternative for your basic 2000 count multimeters. Take a closer look at those markings on the PCB. You'll see we have an L19649B and we have that L18228B. So basically it's telling us there are two different PCB revisions, but the circuit design stayed the same. You'll see this, by the way, a lot when manufacturers switch factories. So that might have been something that happened somewhere along the line. Closing thoughts on the AstroAI AM33D, new and improved 2026 edition. Hey, I like it. Now, if you already have the old version, it ain't worth getting. No, there's just nothing new or improved on this. Well, there is, but it's just not worth the update. Hey, even though the PCB revision changed from 2019 on the old to 2025 on the new, the core measurement architecture is still that classic DT830 style. You know what I'm talking about. DT830 design, a classic ICL7106 style ADC chip family, and without sounding like a geek, it just means that this is a proven, tried and true chip that will last the test of eternity. I guess this thing's been around going 45 something years now. I mean, this chip just keeps on going. It's too bad there wasn't a couple of improvements. You know, maybe no more timeout for that backlight. Hey, that would have been nice. Maybe a slightly bigger display. I don't know. But end of day, they really didn't change much. So in a nutshell, if you have the old one, don't bother with getting the new one. But if you don't have one, hey, pick up the AM33D from AstroAI. It's a pretty decent budget multimeter. The AstroAI AM33D, new and improved, well, new anyway, gets a solid 4 out of 5 stars. The classic 830 clone stays classic. Thanks for watching this review, everybody. Till the next one, keep on testing.